Today we're going to be talking about, things that everybody doesn't feel comfortable talking about. So they're saying that women get less attractive after the age of 25 or 30, and men get more attractive with age. So they're saying as a guy gets older, his market value increases. As a girl ages, her market value decreases, and often fairly rapidly. They said a woman's market value is at her highest between the ages of 16 and 25, possibly up to 30 if she really takes care of herself and is lucky. During this age range, women are at their most attractive to men. They can rely on their looks and sexiness to attract guys and often manipulate men for their own gain. As a woman reaches 30 and beyond, her market value rapidly decreases and she becomes less attractive to men. Once she reaches the menopause, she's finished and no man wants her anymore. Contrast to this is how men age and what aging means to a man's market value. So they said a young guy in his late teens or 20s is not yet at his most attractive to women. He is still seen as a boy and not a man yet. As a man gets towards 30, his market value rapidly increases and he starts to look more manly in his appearance, and he starts to act more manly in his personality because he is maturing. Often he has more career and financial success too. All these traits increase his market value and therefore his attractiveness towards women. They said a guy in his 30s, 40s, 50s, and sometimes even older can still be massively attractive to women and date women who are much, much younger than himself. But a woman in her 30s, 40s, 50s, and over is going to find attracting a man much harder work. See, women have the power when they're younger, but after 30, the power balance shifts rapidly and a woman loses her seductive power, whereas a man gains his power. There is a saying, men age like fine wine, women age like milk. It's so true. That's what the person wrote. This is why younger guys find it hard to get laid. And the girls that age have tons of guys after them. I can't say every girl has tons of guys after them, even at that age. This article, everything is not completely true. The guys haven't yet reached their most attractive, and the girls are at their most attractive. I'll elaborate again. Sometimes a man can be a millionaire, and you just still are not attracted to him. Maybe you're 27 and they offer you an opportunity and you still refuse it because you know you're just not attracted to him and that you would rather be with someone that you're attracted to. It's like that sometimes. So yeah, this isn't a woman hating thread. It's just making people aware of the truth about age and attractiveness. To the girls here, do you worry about being over 25 or 30 and losing your seductive powers? Okay, now let's hear what the comments say. The person in the comments said the stuff they're saying is bullcrap. I'm 27 and definitely not as hideous looking as I was between the ages of 21 and 25. Next comment, I hope this is true because I'm a 20-year-old man. And then the next comment, 27 isn't too bad, but your market value is less now than it was when you were in your late teens or early 20s. Once you get past 30, you will find it increasingly more difficult to pull men. It's just the way life is for women. I'm afraid men are more attracted to the younger ones. Next person said, I disagree totally. I believe a woman's peak attractiveness is at the age 23 and 27. The chiseled cheekbones that older women have start to appear at that age, and the fleshy, puppy, fat, flat face look of a child has fully disappeared. Provided a woman cares herself, maintains exactly the same way that she was in her early 20s, most don't. Doesn't go in the sun, drink, smoke, or dye or cut her hair too much. She will look pretty much the same as she was at 23. I'm 25 and look the same as age 23. I expect my looks to peak at 27 since I expect my face to have a more bony look as my bone structure ages. Then she said, I agree that age 30 is a downfall for most women. They develop some or more of the following problems: wrinkles, cellulite, hairy face, straw hair from overdying, and overweight. And then she said, this can be avoided but will be much harder. Also, most women give birth around the age of 30. And I guess that adds to the problem since kitties become a priority and not going to the gym or fashion. Next person said, I'm married. I don't generally pull men as a result. And anyways, I repeat, I looked worse in my early 20s than I do now. Next person said, you telling yourself that, laughing out loud? If you weren't married, you wouldn't be able to compete against the younger women, prettier girls. So it's a good job some guys snapped you up. Some guys snapped you up while you were young and married. And a student website, seriously, bored housewife, laughing out loud. Well, here's what I'm going to say to further elaborate. Men think women are easily replaceable because literally there's beautiful women everywhere you go in every city and state. So what makes it so special? That's how they look at it, because it's easier for them to get an attractive woman than it is for us to find an attractive man. So they have the upper hand there. So the next person said, in a way, I feel slightly sorry for women in that they have a shorter time frame in which to attract a mate, which only adds to their pressure. Luckily, I'm a guy. We have a much wider window, and as we age better, it's just the way nature is, though. Then the next person said, I understand the perspective of most, not all guys, who prefer youthful looking women. I mean, nowadays, wake up with all the media attention about the hottest girl in the Maximum or Cosmic magazine. Most girls who's gone through extreme levels to try to keep into shape even after their 25s and later age. This puts them into a different class where most will find it hard to compete with youthful girls such as 19 and 20s. Honestly, 6 to 7 years doesn't mean a difference to a person, whether it's hair, skin, wrinkles, teeth, knowledge, etc. We all go through the aging process. Men and women aren't going to stay youthful looking, whatever. As for men, most, not all guys work to produce. Most of the women are housewives, or later in life, that is, they won't be able to reach their potential due to carrying children. Like again, there is a few exemptions to everything I said. There'll be single parents, women working independently, and men being the house doers, etc. What I'm saying is there is a massive stereotype and generalization people make, etc. If you're an investor like me, you'll notice board of directors in most companies nowadays are made up of men. You should ask them why. Anyhow, final point, it's not women's market value that goes down. Sometimes it's up, vice versa with men. I've seen men who doesn't care to take care of themselves or do stupid things and get up with 2 front teeth knocked out or no hair whatsoever or beer belly. So frankly, I see a lot of arguments throwing at different sides. All I can say is the OP made a generalization rather than statistical facts. Now I much prefer to go enjoy myself in the garden rather. He wrote a lot and it wasn't very clear. Next person said, is this your way of assuring yourself that you won't remain single forever and that the attractive women your age who keep rejecting you will be old and fat one day? It's kind of transparent. Next person said, women throwing hissy fits and getting deeply offended because they think they're exceptional to the rule. Next person said, I love how you think I ought to prove myself to you. Haha, you're a funny little fellow, aren't you? These people are arguing. Next person said, well, as you claim you are better looking now than in your early 20s, the burden of proof is upon you to provide proof of these claims. Most married women, though, tend to let themselves go after getting married, especially after they've had kids. So it's unusual for a woman to look better with age in those circumstances and scenario. Next person said, though you are somewhat irritating, okay, then what the heck? First picture is of me age 25. Second picture is age 27. They included some type of, you have to click it to see it, though I'm not exactly wow material either. I can't really think that there's any doubt that my before photo is worse than my after photo. Your women always look better when they're younger. Theory is a load of crap. Next person said, not all men look better with age. For example, you will always be ugly and unwanted. They must have got pissed off. Next person said, at the end of the day, it's just another guy wanting to stir and cause up more problems for others. Why bother replying back to him? Let this thread be dead. Next person said, fair enough, you look way better in the second pic. Plus, you've lost a lot of weight in the second pic. But then again, if you just had a kid in the first pic, then it kind of figures you'd be a lot fatter because of it. You see, they still trying to be mean. Next person said, that was my third child. No, this is the same person replying. I've not had any since. But you did say that in your opinion, women let themselves go after having kids. In the short term, yes, maybe it's hard to be bothered to make an effort in your own presentation when you have a newborn to look after. When the child gets a bit older, though, I don't see why a woman wouldn't start to make a bit of an effort. I really think your initial generalizations are quite way off, by the way. Next person said, I'm 30 and in 10-year relationship, I don't need seductive powers. Next person said, you must have started young. Next person said, they're going to need to make an effort, laughing out loud. They will be past their prime, and so they will have to try very, very hard to look reasonably good. Anyways, not to hate on older women, I don't want this thread to sound that way. Let's keep it on topic. Well, that is the end of the video, and that was just about the uncomfortable topic of them talking about women look less attractive after 30, after 25 or 30, and that men get more attractive with age. So if you like the video, and let me know, comment below if you have your opinions about this stuff or if you have questions, and please like, share, and subscribe.